The Canadian obsession with climate change from the Liberal Party and many big Canadian networks on television is sick. It's a sickness. We're going to react to this interview here with Rosemary Barton and Melanie Joly. The climate change obsession is disgusting.
You know, the auto sector is under extreme pressure. Obviously, that's what you're dealing with. But climate is also under extreme pressure. And I
mean, we got to stop there. Stop saying that. It's so offensive to every Canadian that's not rich. And then those rich Canadians, do you have children? Like, do you want them to own a house? Climate, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, China and India don't have any of these ridiculous pressures on them. Like, give me a break.
What the move to review this policy says about the government's commitment to climate change.
Well, the Minister of the Environment, Joly, is working on a new climate competitiveness strategy. We believe that it is for...
I mean, this is so triggering. This is probably how a woke leftist feels like when they're triggered by when Don Cherry said, "you people," or I feel that way as just, I think, a common sense person when they start trying to act like climate change is such an emergency in our lives.
For us, in our interest, not only, of course, to fight climate change, which is obvious, but also to reap the benefits of an industrial strategy linked to being able to be in clean tech. You know, when you look at the companies that are worldwide leaders in clean tech, many of them are Canadians. Actually, we're in the top 100.
Do we have a competitive economy? The answer is no. We should be focusing on other things, oil and gas, LNG, not just climate tech, but just tech as well would be great. If there were more companies, Canadian companies like Shopify, for example, everybody would be better off.
And we want to build them even more. And that's why our climate policy, particularly our pricing, our industrial carbon pricing is really, really important to make sure that these companies continue to be competitive. So we'll
competitive in what? Not in making money, competitive in your targets you set, your whatever, pretty arbitrary carbon emissions or whatever you're coming up with. Competitiveness has to be satisfying consumer demand, not made up competitiveness on some chart that nobody cares about.
Continue to do that while we want to become an energy superpower. You've heard us saying that. That's why major projects are important. And that's...
No, they don't. They don't really want to do that.
That's what we'll invest in different types of energies in the context of our C5 major project initiative.
Would that include, though, those projects?
I don't think she knows even what she said there. Again, Melanie Joly, I just do not find her to be a very impressive person. She's probably one of the most prominent politicians in Canada right now. It's Carney. Who's number 2? It might be Joly. Sean Fraser? Who would it be? I think it's probably Melanie Joly. She's out in the public all the time. I don't think she really knows even what she said in the context of whatever.
Projects are important, and that's what we'll invest in different types of energies in the context of our C5 major project initiative.
So that was just, there's no reason to say that even. Different types of energies, I think she said, in the context of the C5 major project initiative, I think. That means nothing. Just talk about something else.
Would that include, though, those projects could include, I suppose, a pipeline, something that may or may not contribute to our fight against climate change?
I almost don't know how these people sleep at night saying that. What are you doing? Do you have no empathy for the rest of Canada, the majority of Canadians that are trying to make ends meet, and you go on national news, climate change, climate change, climate change. I don't know how that would bother me. I'd look around and say, what are the major issues facing Canada? Clearly that would be if it even came up, it would be way lower than how much money people earn. Can people afford groceries? Are people in food banks? Can people afford a home? Do a lot of people have autonomy? So many people in Canada are just going to live in their parents' basement or a third bedroom in an apartment with 2 random roommates and just waste away. Like, that's no way to live. No freedom, can barely take vacations, can't start a family. It's not very attractive to the opposite sex. If you're like, yeah, I live with my parents, I live with all these other people, like, it's so tragic. And we get people on national news, oh, climate change. Like, man, it's pathetic.
We've said we would be supporting. We said we would be supporting conventional energy and also, obviously renewable energy. Our goal is still the same. We have to be net zero by
She asked about pipelines, and she just goes,
2050. And we are seeing that, of course, environmental impacts of climate change are being felt. So this is still very top of mind, but we're just being pragmatic. We are dealing.
Who are these interviews for? Who are the people sitting there just like, yes, they mentioned climate change again. Yes, right on. Who is this for? Again, like, taxpayer funded network by a huge degree, CBC. Who are they making these interviews for? Again, the question was about a pipeline.
Our C5 major project initiative.
Would that include, though, those projects could include, I suppose, a pipeline, something that may or may not contribute to our fight against climate change?
So we've said we would be supporting. We said we would be supporting conventional energy and also.
So she took maybe 10 seconds to get to conventional energy.
So, obviously renewable energy. Our goal is still the same. We have to be net zero by 2050.
The question was pipelines. Man, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
And we are seeing that.
Look at the person on the side there, Rosemary. Yes.
Of course, environmental impacts of climate change are being felt. So this is still very top of mind. But we're just being pragmatic. We are dealing with.
The question was about a pipeline. No pushback. No the interviewer Rosemary, no saying, excuse me, I was talking about pipelines. These liberals go on CBC and other networks and just get treated like a child. Like, the question was about a pipeline.
Real economic pressures. So that's why this plan is really to deal with our clear, dealing with now what we're doing and thinking ahead and really, putting down the foundations for Canada's
She's saying nothing. That's all nothing.
Long-term prosperity by making sure we can build in Canada through our steel. So maybe our ports, maybe our rail, including, a speed rail between Windsor and Quebec City. And making sure that we can build more homes.
It's almost like a kid that's just talking, like a little toddler that's just showing how many words they know. Like, what is this answer? Build more homes, high-speed rail. The question was about a pipeline, long-term plans. We have initiative, blah, blah, blah. Like, what am I watching right now? Are you as confused watching this as I am? This means like nothing. Again, Melanie Joly to me is like perhaps worse at these interviews than some of the most unhinged people on the left in America, like Tim Walz, Jasmine Crockett. I think Melanie Joly might be like even more nonsensical with her answers than some people on the far left in USA.
Through Canada Homes, which will be the new agency we'll be creating with lumber from Canada, with steel.
Man, the Liberals have been talking about this for so long. Oh, trust us, next time our plan. Remember Sean Fraser, that whole wartime homes plan? What happened to that? That was a few years ago, I believe. There's always like these plans. Oh, we're going to do this. We're going to have another housing agency. Man, it's not funny. Like, it's funny in the moment, but it's sad.
Also from Canada. So this is what we need to do.
Again, the question was pipelines. I know I cut in there a lot, but that's okay. Anyway, with that said, I'll finish the video. Thank you for watching. Craziness. Canada needs to get its priorities straight. It's not climate change. It's a whole bunch of other things, which I mentioned throughout the video. But anyway, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Use me. Like and subscribe. Have a great day.